He's like, this is not what we do. Not in this family. We keep our kidneys in this family. The irony now is that he counts how many kidneys are at the table every time we're at a Shabbos meal.
Hello and welcome to the Carpool Guys podcast, where three dads just trying their best talk about life, work, family, and all the detours in between. We've made mistakes, lots of mistakes, but we've also learned a few things along the way. We don't have it all figured out, but that's never stopped us from sharing our 2 cents anyway. The Carpool Guys podcast is hosted by Asher Dwaretsky, John Ackerman, and Dave from Flatbush Tenenbaum. Buckle up, it's carpool time. All right, we're starting this episode by I'm going to mute Asher if he has any other lane violations, which means that as we're getting into the episode, so we try to help each other out or maybe correct each other. And Asher already has a lane violation for today, so I feel like that's almost like a technical free throw going on. But I want to bring up one thing before we get really started here tonight, which is like, you guys know how, when I was a kid living in Minnesota, so when it was cold, they would say it's 40, but with the wind chill, it was like negative 40. And now I feel like the wind chill's been replaced by real feel. You guys know what I'm talking about? They say like it's
for sure,
right? 35, but the real feel. So I feel like now where we are in life, it's 8:45 and the real feel is 11:30. You guys ever feel that it's one time, but it feels like it's 3 hours later?
Yeah, I don't understand.
And in my case, it feels like it's 4 hours later because I don't know how to set the time on my computer.
It's not a VCR.
VCRs.
No, it definitely feels so late right now. It's like, and it's just 8:45. I want to be in bed, but the truth is that even if I try to get to be in bed, I won't be able to fall asleep till 12:30 anyway.
Yeah, I hear that. Although I've now hit the point in my life where it used to be that my wife and I would watch a show every night to fall asleep, and she would always fall asleep before me. And I hate to say this out loud, but I am the one now falling asleep first. So I don't know. I don't know where we're going.
Not cool. Not cool.
No.
What's the best part of getting woken up when you're watching, though, is I'm the sleeper when we're watching, and like I get so defensive. Like I'm not sleeping. I'm not sleeping.
This is very scary.
I was just thinking of something.
I don't know why you made me remember this, but anytime that I would come home from a date, my mother would used to say like, "Oh, please tell me you got home." And I used to knock on her door, and then she started screaming that someone was breaking into the house. I'm like, "It's me. You told me to wake you up when I got home." And she's screaming at the top of her lungs. Now, my wife claims that I do the same thing now, but I'm sleeping, so I don't know. But whatever.
Anyway, we had a great show last week, right?
Oh my God. Amazing. Amazing feedback has been coming in like crazy. Unbelievable. And thank God it's not just, we liked it. We appreciate that you did this topic. We are getting some very concrete feedback from all aspects, all spectrums, to the point that we know that we have to make a second episode because there are things that people are bringing up. Not that we feel that we have expertise on these matters, but other people brought up excellent points that we want to address, and we want to address those people by name. Maybe we might even bring some people on to discuss their points of view.
Yeah, the Aliyah anxiety topic, I think, is a big one, and I think that too big for one episode, and so we're going to come back to it probably in a couple weeks. But thank you, everybody, for sending in feedback, thoughts, ideas, questions, even criticisms. We welcome everything. What are you guys hearing? Tell us about some of the things that you've heard from some of our friends and listeners.
Well, I heard that I am that we are too lazy for genocide. and the truth is, I have to say, Matt, what was it? Matt on TikTok.
Matt on TikTok.
Yeah. When we said the story about sleeping on while we were doing our volunteer work, Matt said not too lazy to commit genocide, and the truth is that I am too lazy, so I don't know what Matt's talking about. Matt can come on the show whenever he wants, but he just doesn't have it right.
Why don't you tell him your address right now? He can show up.
Dave,
I was very excited. You've arrived as a podcast when you're getting hate mail, and it's good stuff. I mean, I don't love it, but at the same time, you kind of have to laugh it off because that's what we do on this show. We try to laugh things off.
That is true. But I thought it was great. It wasn't the typical Free Palestine. Somebody had actually given some thought. And when he wrote that, my first thought when he wrote, well, you're not too lazy to commit genocide, my first thought was, you clearly don't know Dave that well.
That's what I was saying. I'm like, yeah, I am.
All right, but back to the more concrete things. We have Yoshua Alman sent us such a beautiful message. And I think all of us received different messages from different people, and we all posted in our WhatsApp group. And it was it was nice. It's nice to see the numbers go up. We really appreciate all the people who are listening, who are sharing it. Again, a shout out to my sister who shared it on Facebook, which I think really helps also. So if you share with others, we appreciate it very much. And there might be a gift card for a what is it? A Tesla Cybertruck? Is that what we're raffling off? But we really do appreciate it. But Yoshua Alman sent us such a beautiful message. He said, Yoshua Alman recently made Aliyah with his wife, Sarah, who is a beloved math teacher in the Hebrew Academy of Nassau County. And they are loving living in Eretz Yisrael. But he said, we should have done it earlier, which was interesting. And at the same time, he said, I do miss all of my friends in West Hempstead. And we do miss him very much. But it spoke to a little bit of the mixed bag that's there. Not that he was saying we don't love it. We love it very much, and we should have made Aliyah earlier. But they definitely are pining for us back here in West Hempstead.
It's amazing that Alman is having such a great experience, and we do miss him dearly. I'm glad that he still finds us in Israel. But one thing I will say is that we've also heard it from the other side of people who might not have had the same experience and are still finding themselves and finding their families' ways in Israel, which is also amazing. I mean, obviously, you don't expect somebody to just be dropped in, and then, I mean, how many nights of homesickness do kids get in camp, in sleepaway camp until they start enjoying themselves?
Yep.
So there's definitely that adjustment period that happens, and where one of the feedbacks that I got was that people are still learning the ropes, but feel the need to be there. And I think we've seen that. And then, John, you mentioned one also that was a little bit of the opposite.
Yeah, somebody reached out to me who had made Aliyah and then moved back to the United States. And she was telling me that there's like a reverse Aliyah anxiety of we went there and it didn't work for us at this stage in our life. And, maybe we'll go back one day, but maybe we won't. But that certainly she was able to relate and connect to a lot of the different aspects that we were talking about from somebody who had already tried. So I think the next time we do this episode, or this topic rather, in a future episode, we have a whole lot of layers to continue to sort of peel away at here. That this really is a multifaceted conversation, and it's something that we're going to be giving more attention to. I also want to say a special thank you to Jason and Francie Goldberg for listening together to the episode and sending me comments and offering also to be a resource to me in my own adventure in researching and trying to figure out if Aliyah is a step for our family. So thank you guys.
And just an interesting point that Jeremy Markowitz brought up, a friend of all of us and a friend of the show.
Yes.
A frozen to me.
A cousin?
Frozen.
What's a frozen?
We're friends and cousins.
I don't know what to make of that. Okay, he's a frozen.
Cousin, but we're friends first.
Fine, you're friends first. Family second.
We were friends. No, we were friends.
Yeah.
Then I married his first cousin, so we became Frezens.
I like that.
I don't know what to make of that. Anyway,
Asher, continue your story.
So Jeremy made a very good point in that part of the your so, Dave is cracking himself up. One of the Aliyah anxieties is that you never know who's going to drop next and who's going to go to Eretz Yisrael next, which is a nice thing. You are certainly rooting for your friends and wanting them to make the ultimate move, but at the same time, you are nervous yourself who's going and who's thinking about it, because we don't always talk about this out in the open until you go, and sometimes someone goes on a trip and it's like, is that a pilot trip? So some of these things we will absolutely revisit, and I think it's a great topic. Clearly, it struck a nerve with everybody, and we really appreciate, again, everybody listening, and we're excited to revisit it in a few weeks.
Dave, I love how Asher said, you never know who's going to drop next. Like,
yeah.
It's they die in the way.
I'm not a Hebrew major, but Aliyah means to rise. So who's going to rise next, right?
What do you got the last time you had the what's it called the gematria? Now you have diktuk
Yeah.
on me.
Dave,
This stuff's
that's what we
making
should
me
do.
room. I also want to say that John mentioned a couple, but I around the corner also the Levies.
Yep.
They are using it as couples therapy as well, which is amazing. I'm really enjoying the fact that couples are listening to us.
Yeah.
And it's a way to bring relationships together, and I think that's a beautiful thing. No matter what our topic is, we encourage all couples to listen
Yes.
together.
Yeah. There was a
Absolutely.
couple that listened who lives around the block from me, and they got divorced. So, you know, so to them, best of luck. And
So we're batting 500. That's not bad. By the way, speaking of Jeremy, I feel like we could get him a little shout out if you want to.
Oh, I'm loving it. I'm loving his stuff.
The Jerememes, yeah. Follow Jeremy at Jerememes. That's Jerememes613 on Instagram, and what he's doing with AI and dad jokes is amazing. So definitely give Jeremy a follow. Jerememes613 on Instagram. On that note, please feel free to reach out to us. If you've got a topic you want to discuss or you want to send in some points that we should be adding to a future show, please let us know. You can send us an email at carpoolguyspod@gmail.com. Find us on Instagram at carpoolguyspod. We would love to hear from you. If you're listening to this, you also probably know us, and you can just text us or WhatsApp us, and we'd love to hear from you and discuss the topics that you find interesting and add them onto future shows. Also, please like and subscribe on Spotify and Apple Podcasts when you give us a 5-star review. That actually helps other people find our show. So please, 5-star reviews, not 4 stars, but 5-star reviews on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.
And also, just a quick shout out to Craig Resnovitz, who a long time listener. He loves the show. He always sends me messages. But this past week, he sent me. I'm sitting in Oma's, he said, and I'm eating my sushi and my French fries guilt free because I know that my French fries are pariv. And he said, "You are doing a service for our community." And it really did feel like we are doing a service for Am Yisrael right now, letting people eat French fries without the fear that they're going to be fleshik for 3, 6, or even 1 hour.
Excellent. Okay, Asher, do you want to introduce the topic?
Yeah. So for today, we really have a real opportunity. I mean, it's not every day that we interact with somebody who went through something so life-changing. Dave, you mentioned to us when we were doing some planning, there are so many people in the West Hempstead community, and there are so many people that we have come into contact with who don't live in West Hempstead that have been kidney donors, and a lot of them have donated with an organization, Renewal. Hopefully we'll learn a little bit more about this organization when Eli comes on, but it is an incredible chesed. And our friend Eli Rosenberg recently, about 2 or 3 weeks ago, just donated his kidney. We asked him, "Can you join the podcast so we can listen to this unbelievable story?" We are going to do our best to treat him with the utmost respect, but at the same time, he is our friend, and we are who we are. So we're going to probably find some of the humor in it. But it's really an opportunity for us to learn about this incredible thing, and hopefully be inspired.
Okay. All right, let's bring in Eli. Hello. Welcome.
Yeah.
Look at that studio.
Eli Rosenberg, welcome
Hi.
to the Carpool Guys podcast.
Thank you so much for having me.
It's really our
Good to be
honor
here.
because, for us, we interact with pretty much normal people, and I think you're basically the Ant-Man. You are an average Joe guy. I hope that's a nice way of saying it. But you did something.
How quick was that with the reference?
That was
to
great. It
Ant-Man?
was right
That
there,
not
right
even
there.
30 seconds in. Wow.
It wasn't
that's
even
really
30
impressive.
seconds. And you have done something truly remarkable and something that I don't know if I personally, I've thought about it and it was like, okay, I don't know if I could do that. And you did it, and you donated a kidney only a few weeks ago. And we were blown away by it, inspired by it. At the same time, as we said a little bit in our intro, we are going to treat you with utmost respect, but at the same time, we are who we are. We may poke fun.
Please do.
All right, so Eli, give us your secret origin here. How did this start? What was it like? Give us some backstory.
Long, long ago in a galaxy far, far away.
Yes.
No,
What's that from?
Dave,
Star
what's
Wars.
that from? Oh, yeah.
I got you, Dave. I got you, Dave. I got you. I got you. Always. So it started off when we had a drive in the neighborhood for someone who needed a kidney. Renewal came into the neighborhood. They didn't really sign up then, but the thought was in my head. Couple months after that, I get to a PASAF program, and Renewal has a table there in the lobby. And I'm thinking to myself, oh, should I do it? Should I not? I was debating in my head. Finally, like by the time I said yes, I'll do it, they were gone. And then finally, at our shul dinner, they had a table, and I'm like, you know what? Third time's a charm. I need to sign up now. So I signed up in May this past year. Did the swab. My wife calls me. Where are you? I'm getting swabbed. What are you getting swabbed for? She's like,
Random drug test.
yes, random drug test at the Young Israel of West Hempstead dinner. Lots of fun. A couple months after that, at the beginning of September of 2025, I get a call. Hi, this is such and such from Renewal. I'm like, who? Renewal, the kidney donation organization. Oh.
Wow.
Okay. I'm like,
out of the blue.
completely out of the blue. Like I was in the middle of a meeting at work, and I get a phone call, and it says,
Did you think they were asking for a donation?
originally, and then they're like, well, we don't really call unless there's like an actual need to do it, and we have a match for you. I'm just like, okay, perfect. You need to think about it? Nope. You need to ask your wife? Nope. You need to ask your kids? No. What are the next steps? They set me up with an appointment at North Shore Hospital to get all the pre-testing done. Met everyone there. Nice people at North Shore, really, really good people. Trying their darndest to get me to back out of it. Surprisingly,
Really?
It's like converting to Judaism.
It's not
They were
even
really trying to convince you not to do it.
not convince me not to, but more just like give me the out if I wanted it. It was like, just so you know, this is completely altruistic. You don't have to do anything that you don't want to do. If you at any point you have if you want to back out, we'll give you the out. We'll give you a medical out, even like at the table, like on the operating table. If you back out like then and there, no problem. And I'm like, yeah, but guys, I want to do this, so let's get this going. They're like, why do you want to do this so bad? I'm like, I don't know. There's a guy that needs a kidney, and I have a spare. Why not? Why not?
Why do you think they pressure you so much not to do it?
I think they want to make sure that it's for the right reasons. And a lot of people, when I told them that I was donating a kidney, they're like to me, "How much money are you making?" Like,
Really?
Yeah. Like people thought I was gonna make like millions of dollars off of this. Like, no money. Like someone came up to me and was like, "So let me get this straight. You have a guy there you're not getting any money for." Like, yeah. I'm not doing it for the money. I'm doing it because it's needed.
What if it was $1 billion?
Okay. If we're talking stupid money, then yes.
I'm giving my second
hypothetically,
kidney.
yeah, exactly. I'm giving the other one with it.
But you want, just to backtrack for a minute. You said you got swabbed. Your wife didn't know where you were, right? She called you. Then when they called you, you said yes right away. In between that time, did you ever have a conversation with your wife like that? I'm going to do it.
She's finding out right now. She doesn't even know that he gave the.
She didn't. Yes, she didn't even know that I donated. No.
Hi, Daniela. Sorry for spoiling it.
No. So afterwards, when she found out that I swabbed, and I was like, "You're really gonna go through it?" I'm like, "Yeah, of course. If they need me to." Like, if I was under the impression that if they called me, then it was a necessity, and I said, "Of course. How could I not?"
Bare necessity.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Which is
necessity.
unbelievable in its own right. I mean, you really are saying I'm gonna give a organ of my body to somebody that you did not know. What was the impetus to just give your kidney to random Joe Schmo?
I don't think it mattered who it was. It was a Jew. It was a person in need. I'm that kind of person that, like, John and I always joke that I know movies too much and I quote obscure movies, but I'm going to do it anyway. Morgan Freeman in Bruce Almighty said, "Be the miracle."
Bruce Almighty.
Yeah.
Okay.
Be the miracle. What's a miracle? A miracle is a child graduating high school. A miracle is a parent being able to put food on the table. That's a miracle. You have to be. I try and live life like that. That you have to be the person be the change that you want to see in the world. And
Right.
That's incredible. It really is incredible. When you don't explain to us the project. You don't really know who you gave it to yet, right?
So I happen to know who I gave it to. I happen to have found out it's a great story. My parents made Aliyah recently, and they're part of a group of expats that live in the same area. They meet every Friday at an ice cream store called Aldo, so they're called the Aldo Cockers. And my mother posted on the chat right before the surgery, please daven for my son. He's donating a kidney on Tuesday. Here's the name. And someone private messaged her, who's your son donating to? I'm like, I don't know. Where is your son donating? North Shore Hospital. When is he donating? Tuesday. My brother is receiving a kidney on Tuesday in North Shore. And I think your son is the one who's going to be.
That's pretty wild. That's pretty wild. That is pretty wild. What was it like when you told your kids?
So my kids, I had a full gamut with them. I had my oldest. He's like he's the Baal Chesed of the family. He's like the learner. He was excited to go to MTA because he could daven in and learn in the same base midrash as Rav Hershel Schachter. Like he's that kind of kid. Mm-hmm. And he was very much forward. He thought this was a big mitzvah. This is big opportunity for big zchus to help someone. My middle son, he was not okay. He's like, this is not what we do. Like, not in this family. We are not. We keep our kidneys in this family. We have now. The irony now is that he counts how many kidneys are at the table every time we're at a Shabbos meal or anything like that. It took him a while to wrap his head around it, and I had to explain it. Like, this is what we do. This is the kind of people that we are. Friend asks for help, you help them, and that's just the motto I like to live by.
That's pretty amazing.
That's really it's incredible, and it's funny to hear how the kids have totally different, perspectives. We used to have a podcast. It was called The School of Mock.
I do remember, yes.
You do remember. I know you were a big listener on that one.
I was.
So how did you have first pick, or did the recipient have first pick? How did you pick which kidney was picked?
That's a very good question. So I did ask because I am a lefty. So I thought
we know that John would have picked a totally different organ.
Oh, for sure. Yes, he would have picked like the spleen or something.
The
like
spleen,
that.
yeah, the spleen. Like those runners in Tanakh, they give up their spleens.
I will take a diet hemorrhoid.
You can donate hemorrhoids.
That's what came to mind.
I'd be very happy.
Of all of the possible
Let's go back to this. We're being more serious.
I don't need to break the tension. It's okay. It's all right.
So it's an interesting process. Like I thought maybe like it had to do with like your weaker side or something because like everyone's or like they always take the left. And I asked the doctor, I'm like, I'm a lefty. Does that still mean that you're taking the left? And they're like, yeah, it doesn't matter like what side it is. It matters where it is in your body. That's what's the fact is the left kidney has a much longer vein than the right. So they take that out to give them enough room, to sew it back in.
So you're saying they usually go left.
They go left. Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
I did say to them on your left, but.
Oh God.
On your left, nice. Nice.
Here's my question: can you tell us? We've heard of Renewal, but do you have more information that you can share with us about Renewal?
Yeah. Renewal is a great organization. So in the few years that it's been operational, they've done over 1,400 donations.
Wow, 1,400.
I'm 1,406.
Ooh.
That was mine. Yeah. They are responsible for over 50% of all altruistic kidney donations in New York State.
Whoa. In New York State?
In New York State, and 20% in the country.
Wow.
Which is nuts. Because
that is pretty nuts.
Because we're all, like, it's all Jews who's doing it, and we're like, what, 0.2% of the population? Not even?
Right.
I will say that I have seen a tremendous, and I've heard even here in West Hempstead that there's many donors. I don't want to start naming them because I'm obviously going to miss somebody, but I have seen a lot more bumper stickers, on different cars. I'll like drive by and give somebody a thumbs up, and they think I just want to cut them off, but really I'm just giving like you did something tremendous. But I'm seeing a lot more bumper stickers than I ever have as like I'm a kidney donor through renewal, whatever the lingo is.
I'll tell you, there's very little risk when it comes to kidney donation. Most people, when they have two, they're operating at 50% capacity, like in your body. So when you take one out, like it goes up to like 70-80%. That's the only thing that is different. That, and I can no longer take Advil and NSAID kind of drugs because apparently it overworks your kidney. And if you only have one, it's not as good to take those kind of medications. But other than that, my quality of life is for the most part the same.
Your kids treat you nicer?
No.
No hesitation there.
Does your wife like worship you now, or you're still a regular husband?
That's the problem. People think it's such a awful recovery. Meanwhile, it's literally 2 days of pain, 2 weeks of discomfort, and then you're fine. So I'm back to doing all the laundry and taking out the garbages and everything like that. My kids help out, but yeah.
So you're saying I'm not going to get it. So I'm not going to get a parade if I donated a kidney. So
I will give you a parade. If you donate a kidney.
Okay.
Asher, it's interesting you bring it up. Not a real parade, but Ellie, it feels like there's a community that exists. Even when I came to visit you, and I little humble brag that I was honored to be asked to come stop by the hospital. Even though I want to publicly give you a little bit of an apology, which was that I wanted to come in and make jokes and reference, psych and binge mode and all of our inside jokes. Mm-hmm. And something about it made me so squeamish that I was mostly concentrating on not passing out when I was there.
I saw that.
I figured you probably did, and I thank you for not saying it to everybody else who was there.
What makes you squeamish about this?
I don't know. It's something about kidneys in particular. Like, you guys know I've had my own medical adventures, and I can talk about, brain surgery and lots of other things, but
not a kidney.
The kidney thing makes me squeamish. I don't know what it is, but
is it because of like the bean?
Yeah,
the kidney bean. That's what freaks you out.
It's because of the bean.
Sure.
But it seems like just even when we were there.
Time out.
I'm trying here. I'm trying.
4 screens here, and you got a fake smile from Ellie. That was it. You got a fake smile like this.
I don't know what's bothering him.
Awkward. Aside from that, not one person. John doesn't even know you made a joke yet.
Okay.
The bean. Yes, I get.
Okay. Something about this makes you squeamish. We don't know why.
What, are you just anti-Chicago? Is that it? Or
Chicago? What's Chicago?
Being the shot.
Oh,
no.
Man.
Okay.
Just move on.
Overheads. Wow.
Move on.
Anyway,
Anywho.
what was apparent when I was at the hospital, especially with some of your visitors, is that there seems to be like a really nice community of people who are bonded by this shared experience of donating a kidney, and it really is, at least from the outside. It seems like something that brings people together in a community kind of way. Has that been an interesting addition to your life? I'm just curious about what it's been vis-a-vis both renewal and just the people that you meet, outside of the fact.
It's a very nice community that they have. They have the WhatsApp chat, like they have called, the One Kidney Family Crew, and it's good to have a common ground with a lot of these people. The crazy thing is, it's really Jews from all over. It's people from Williamsburg and Borough Park and all the way out to Chicago, and anyone who's just willing to donate is welcomed and accepted, and everyone's like uplifting each other, and like when there's a new person to the community, we all like, welcome, and one of us like that. And the crazy thing is it's all volunteer work. All the people who come to the hospitals, who make the visits, it's all volunteer based. Like if they call you up and they're like, hey, we have a guy who's donating, he's by himself in hospital in Montevideo, you want to go? Yeah, someone's going to say yes, because that's what we do. We're Jews. We help out each other.
I'm sure that helps a lot in terms of feeling that warm embrace of a community that helps you to feel encouraged that you're doing the right thing.
Oh, for sure. They just put out a book. Renewal just published a book of different stories and everything. And it's all the same kind of person who donated. It's that person who will literally give the shirt off your back if you need to. It's that person who will drop the kidney. Or the kidney out of there. Yeah, literally. Literally. Everyone said, yes, the greatest experience of my life. I wish I could do it again.
Oh, wow.
Wow. Ellie, you mentioned Borough Park before. So my sources tell me that you actually had a trip to Borough Park to meet up with your recipient. What was that like?
So the recipient is a Rosh Kollel in Borough Park. I joke I have an ace in the hole there with any mitzvos that I need to worry about. But we went to his house on the Saturday night of Hanukkah. Normally, they don't really let you meet the recipient so close because, there could be some complications with the surgery, and if you get too attached, then you might get resentful or whatever. It might happen. But these people were so grateful. They said to us that we changed their lives, and I'm thinking to myself, I was just there. I didn't really do much. But we went to their house on Saturday night. It was a beautiful Malava Malka that they had, just us, my family and the recipient and my in-laws and my parents. And we just sat around schmoozing, getting to know them and singing and dancing. And it was just like the mother said, the recipient has a son and a daughter. The mother said that the son, this is the first time he's seen his son smile in 2 years.
That's unbelievable.
Wow.
And it's like these people have the most hakaras hatov, and they're it was the funniest thing. He's a rabbi. I tried giving him respect and telling him, please sit at the head of the table. He's like, no, I want you to sit at the head of the table.
Wow.
Turns out neither of us ended up sitting at the head of the table. We sat next to each other. He's like, please, I want to give you. I'm like, this is your house. I'm not taking any credit here. This is your domain. He's like, I'm not taking it. So it ended up, the seat remained empty, and we sat next to each other, in the middle of the table. And it's just a beautiful experience, just having that interaction with that kind of person who has so much gratitude for something. And the funniest thing is the culture clashes that we had. For example,
Really?
A mutual friend of ours happens to have been the recipient's anesthesiologist. He helped put me to sleep, and then he went to the recipient and helped put them to sleep. And the recipient happened to have been very nervous to go under anesthesia. They couldn't get his heart rate down before the surgery even started. So our friend who was there decided to sing some Zmiros with him.
That's so sweet.
And he's like, yeah. Guy's a chassid. He happened to have been in Cornell, at the Young Israel of Cornell one Shabbos, and he said to the guy, the song that the Young Israel does for after they put the Torahs away, the Eitz Chaim, it's really beautiful. So, Eitz Chaim, yeah, that one. So our friend said, okay, so let's sing it, and then he sang him to sleep at the operating table.
Wow.
And then we sang it again at the Malava Malka.
Wow.
And it was beautiful.
It's truly amazing. When you see with the blood and, donating blood, they say it's a gift of life. But you truly had the opportunity to save a person's life. If without a healthy kidney, they can't survive.
Right. Well, they can
survive
painfully with dialysis.
Yeah, there's only so long how long dialysis will last, and the quality of life. So it's truly amazing, and especially you, as you mentioned, somebody who's a Rosh Kollel, or even a Jew who could do mitzvos. It could be anybody. Right. It could be anybody of anything. It's tremendous. So
yeah,
kol kavod to you. And everybody else who's given.
I'm sitting here in awe. It's hard even to think of anything funny. I happen to have been in the house with you after we had some funny moments.
Right.
But we're just curious. Yeah, go ahead.
Coming home was fun with my parents, and
You
sure.
had to give up a kidney for your parents to come visit you.
Exactly, pretty much. Something like that.
But they did.
We're not bitter about it. Don't worry. We're not bitter.
We're not bitter about it. Not at all.
Hey, they did come visit him.
did.
It's not like
They
they
did.
didn't do it. So
This
it's
is true.
it worked.
Your dad did get a free carry-on bag also.
Oh yes, he did. That was a thing. So renewal, part of the goodie bags that they give is they give a whole suitcase with like a water bottle and a robe and bumper stickers and like heating pads and everything like that. And the carry-on suitcase that it comes with says renewal on it. My father looks at it like, "Can I have that?" I'm like, "Sure, Abba." He's like, "What are you gonna do with that?" I'm like, "It's yours." So now my father is going to be taking my my renewal suitcase.
I said to him while we were sitting there, I was like, "You see, your son gave 2 gifts this week," and he goes, "What is the second gift?" I'm like, "The kidney." He's like, "Well, that wasn't to me."
My father, ladies and gentlemen.
So we're gonna wrap it up, but we are in awe. And the question that I want to just ask is, what would you say to somebody who is thinking about this, who has who's toyed with this in their head? You're making it sound easy, which obviously I think speaks to who you are, who your wife is, who your kids are. But what would you say to somebody who is even flirting with this idea?
There's very little downside. I'm not going to say it's all upside because it's actual surgery, but end of the day, it's 1,000% worth it and should be a no-brainer for anyone who has healthy organs. Like, it's literally like changing their life. The recipient's wife wrote a whole poem about all the last times that she needed to do. The last time she had to bring the acid for the dialysis up the stairs because they had it in their own house. Last time they had to do a full chemical rinse of it. Last time they had to worry about whether or not they're going to have enough. Literally, things that were consuming their entire lives, they no longer have to do.
It's amazing, and it's an amazing thing. It's such an incredible Kiddush Hashem that you have done, and I remember texting with you afterwards. Such an incredible message to your children, even though one of your children fought with it and wrestled with it.
He's the analytical kid. He once he got his mind around it, and he was perfectly fine. He actually made this for me, which is pretty cool. He made.
Ooh.
He made.
I also made you a 3D printed kidney.
He did. Where is it? Oh, it fell off my desk. I don't see it. It was,
my kidney is not as precious as his.
Oh, it was here. I swear, I had it before.
It's okay. It's okay.
But this one's in multicolored.
That's much fancier than my 3D printed.
Hey, Ellie, when is Daniela's turn?
We'll see. She's swabbed. She's gonna go through the process herself, and we'll see what happens with her. The irony is, like they posted my picture to the One Kidney Family WhatsApp chat when I was joined, and my wife was in it. And someone posted like, "Sanu, when's it her turn?" I'm thinking to myself, she's already registered. We need to find the right person for it.
But it's your thing.
Nah,
You're the kid.
No, it's not my thing.
What's the percentage of matching somebody? Like if 100 people get swabbed, I mean, could they expect?
Jews, man, like we're all related somehow. So we all share certain genetic markers to tie us together. Genetically. So there are 5 markers that need to be hit. If you're a match for 4 out of the 5, that's great. If you're matched for 5 out of the 5, that's even better. I happen to have been something called a 0 eplet match, which means that my genetic makeup was so similar to the recipient's that it's as if like the kidney wouldn't have even known that it was in a new body. So it's just it's a numbers game, really.
That's pretty crazy. Again, we are so in awe. We will treat you again with utmost respect for as long as we can tolerate it. But it's all it, like Dave said. There are so many people in our area, so many people that we know who have gone through this process. But you are probably the closest person that I know, other than my own Rebbe. But it's really incredible, and we are.
You texted me too. when he found out.
I know. I was a little jealous of that text message. You played it for me. He was so proud of you. I'm like, how can I get my Rebbe to be as proud of me as he is of you right now? But
donate a kidney. There you go.
Donate a kidney. Donate a kidney. Yeah. But we kol hakavod to you, kol hakavod to your family, and we're appreciative that we're in your circle of influence, sharing in this inspiration. And hopefully, it will inspire others. Maybe one of the three of us to do the same.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's not.
Probably not John because he's like super squeamish and has said nothing the entire podcast.
He's been strangely quiet. He also, I think he has an out considering his medical history, so they might not want.
I may not qualify, but we'll see. I did swab.
Okay.
So.
Oh, you did? You swabbed?
I did. Absolutely.
Okay.
They gave me a look. They're like, we're not so interested.
I think I was like 40 pounds over the weight limit. Somebody said you have to be like 220 or something, 225 at that point. Now I'm like I was so nervous about it. Now I'm 280, so like I'm just getting as far away from that number as possible.
Run.
But Ellie, you told me that your kidney was quite large.
Yes. So it's funny. The surgery, they prepped my family. They said, it's like an hour before. Once I go in for surgery, it's an hour before they even start on the surgery. Like it takes that long to prep, and it's like an hour to 2 afterwards. About 3 hours into the surgery, when it was supposed to be wrapping up, my family gets a phone call from the nurse, from the surgical nurse. It's taking longer than expected, and hung up.
Oh, that's so nice.
They're like, what is going on? Mind you, immediately right after that, lunch was brought by renewal. So my mother and my wife are sitting there just not able to eat at all, like confused as all heck, just wondering what's going on. And then finally the doctor comes out and goes, "You people from West Hempstead, you guys have the biggest kidneys I've ever seen in my entire life." I was like, oh my God, that thing took an extra hour just to get out. It was so big. Yeah. And because I'm finally on this podcast, my ranking is Captain America, Winter Soldier,
it's the wrong podcast. Wrong podcast.
Falcon, Black Widow, and Spider-Man. Those are that's my rank.
What are those? What show is that?
Those are so Captain America is your favorite?
Yes.
Not Ant-Man.
Oh my gosh, you guys have been knocking me because I said I liked Ant-Man one time 3 years ago, and you have never let it up.
But your son agreed. Your son agreed with me.
Dave, what was that?
We've done a Marvel show.
We were going to, and sadly, never got to it. Next on Carpool Guys.
You know how this is separate. This is obviously off. This is not connected to this. But the first time I have a thing, John and Asher know this. I have a thing that in the summer I randomly half a day, I'll take a half a day off. Mm-hmm. I go to the movie theater by myself.
Well done.
And I go to the whatever it is, the teller or the whatever it is, the box office, and I'll say, I want one ticket to the next movie showing.
That's like a super random.
Completely blind. So
okay.
I saw a movie, and then so 1 year, the movie was Black Widow.
Oh.
And I told John, I said, "What's this Black Widow? What's it connected to?" It seemed like there was more to the story.
Yeah. Yes.
Look all of a sudden, like it starts.
It starts, and they're already on the run. Amazing.
It's Marvel. It's the whole series.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I actually did watch from the beginning to the end, but the main ones. And Hulk was hard to get. It was not for some reason it was not on the regular channel.
It is not.
And I watched, but then I'll be honest, when it started doing like subcategories, it got a little too much for me. There was one show that was just the green people. Then I didn't watch anymore.
All right,
but I did enjoy them. I did enjoy them.
Good.
As Ellie is our guest, I believe that he should participate in the question of the week.
Okay.
So, Dave, what is the question of the week? To wrap it up, send us out. What do you got?
I'm glad Ellie's the guest because Shmuel from formerly known as. No, it's not a joke.
No, it's not a joke. These are real people.
Shmuel 56268
Oh, interesting.
on X actually asked
Oh.
if you could donate a part of your body, what would it be? So that's why it's weird that Ellie. I mean, I kind of like gave it up to us the last 40 minutes.
Well, we know what body part Dave would give because he told us earlier his diet.
That was John.
His diet hemorrhoids.
Like, what would you give up if you could? You can't give up a toe.
You probably could.
Is it for someone else? If it's for someone else, you can give up.
No, because of balance. It's all about balance.
So give up 2 toes, one from each foot.
Would that help? I don't know if that would actually help. The question is, what body part would you, if you had to give up a body, like if you could just choose which body part to give up?
And give it up for somebody else. Shmuel
For
has
someone
a weird
else.
question.
For who?
Shmuel's got. That's a weird question.
For a
Shmuel's got.
stranger?
It's an interesting thing. Stranger Things.
I heard they're going to come out with another episode on Wednesday. That's the theory.
I saw that today also. I don't think this is...
Something's happening on Wednesday.
It's bogus. Anyway,
It's the behind the scenes. That's what I'm thinking.
anyway.
I mean, I would say I would donate my hair, but
But you already did because you're a tzaddik.
Yeah, there you go.
With
What-
respect,
what
could
could
we
we give up?
could we get a different person's question?
different question.
It feels
I got
like
a few questions.
it like boxed us in a little bit.
We could scratch that one. Let's get a different question.
With respect to Shmuel,
Okay, let's go.
who's on tap for us?
Question of the week.
No, we ruled that song off limits, John. Oh God! Now Ellie's singing it. It's gonna like go viral.
Okay.
What do you got for us?
What do we got?
Okay, Moshe.
Moshe what? Moshe, what's his numbers at the end of his?
Generic
No.
Moshe.
Moshe's a real person. Moshe's
Oh yeah, okay. Sure.
Asher, let him ask the question.
Moshe asked, when you are stressed out, what snack food do you go to?
That's a good question. That's a very good question.
When
Stress.
I'm stressed out,
So we're going with Ellie. Ellie goes first because he's the guest.
I gotta go with tortilla chips. That's my go-to right now. I always have like the scoops in my house, like the multi-grain scoops.
Good
Those
call.
are
I had that with my salsa, the scoops.
Good call.
delicious. So
The medium, though. You got to go medium with the Ortega.
yes,
With the salsa.
yes,
You can't go
because the mild is not. Mild is too mild, and the hot and spicy
Mild
you can't
chunks
find
of
it.
tomatoes.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, no, tortilla chips is a solid one.
Okay,
That's a good one.
John. What is your
stress.
stress eating food?
Gonna say Snickers ice cream bars.
Okay.
I love Snickers ice cream bars. We remember when we went riding, Asher. We went
Yes.
by the beach there,
By the beach.
by Jones
Yes.
Beach, by Jones Beach, and there was
Yes.
that little shop. Getting
yeah.
those Snickers ice cream bars are so good.
Very good.
Speaking of horseback riding, do you know I once wanted to go with Avi?
Bike riding.
He told me I exceeded
Bike
the
riding.
weight limit.
Horseback
John and I has never
You
gone
exceeded the weight
horseback.
limit on a horse
Yeah,
as
it
well.
was 175.
Oh,
Dave, do you remember we used to go horseback riding in Minnesota?
Yeah, we used to go mud wrestling in
Yes.
the poop.
Where was that?
Why?
It was such
It
a
was with
random
Missouri.
place.
It was with Missouri.
With Minnesota, we used to go to some random farm.
We used to
and
go
it was-
some random farm. We used to go, and then you get
my
off the
God.
horse. I don't know how we did that, and we did mud fighting, and
my
they said
God.
that half of that was poop.
It was totally worth it. Totally worth it.
Yasher,
Absolutely.
Mike
Oh
wants
my
to know
God.
what's your
What's
food?
my food? Is I have to say ice cream. I happen to say cookies and cream ice cream. When I stress, I eat ice cream. I don't have like this fancy Snickers name brand. I eat
Yeah,
this Stop and Shop ice cream that is cheap and quick and gets the job done.
That's good.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
really quickly on Stop and Shop. Okay, a couple weeks ago, I would be
Well, hold
curious.
on.
And
Let
Ellie, feel
Dave
free-
have his thing. You're
What's
cutting
it-
Dave
what-
off.
No,
I
I'm
wanna
sorry.
know Dave's.
No, we'll get
fine,
back to
John
Dave.
hasn't spoken the whole episode.
This
Let's,
is this is
He
an
was on
important
mute.
question. I was at Stop and Shop, and a fight broke out. Two very large guys were fighting, and one of them was attacking the other one with one of those wrapping paper rolls, like
my
using
God.
like a sword. To
Was it on the headliner of CNN.com like it was once upon a time?
was that? I don't think so.
No.
But anyway, this fight breaks out,
Rest in peace, Ray.
and the first guy with the wrapping paper is hitting the guy, and then he like storms out of the store, and the second guy who is getting hit all of a sudden starts screaming, "Why did nobody help me? Why did nobody help me?" And everyone's kind of sitting around like, well, you were being attacked by wrapping paper. We kind of felt like you got this. Like, I don't know. What do you jump in? Like, he was being assaulted with a non-deadly weapon, like an extremely non-deadly weapon. And everybody kind of felt like, I mean, maybe you could have fought back. It was wrapping paper. Like, I don't know. Do you jump in? Do you like defend the guy who's getting beaten by wrapping paper? What do you do?
You could say like, guys, break it up. Like,
right.
Lost. You could have done that.
Right. This was 2 customers.
2 customers in Stop and Shop, and the reason I remember it was right by the ice cream. So when Asher mentioned the Stop and Shop ice cream, they have like the holiday set up there. Mm-hmm. So they had like the holiday wrapping paper. I don't know. I guess the stress.
Well, I'll say one thing. I once went to a house minion in West Hempstead, and there were 2 people. People who listen to this episode hopefully will know exactly what I'm talking about. There were 2 people in the middle of that happened to live on my block. And in the middle of this house minion for Mariv, they started doing, what are those called? Like the saber.
Lightsabers?
I think it's called Hoshana.
The lightsaber. And they kept on, and they were like, whoa. And then one guy's like doing Matrix backwards. And in the middle of Mariv, and then Ari Gottlieb turns to me and goes, well, you guys are cool on Bradley.
So, Dave, what is your stress food?
So you're making it like I've been delaying. My stress food is actually. I'm gonna cut myself off. My stress food is, in short, Gushers.
Okay.
I love Gushers, and I just take the whole bag and put it in my mouth. But I don't eat one by one.
Wonderful.
But it's a single serve. But
As one does.
Last week,
Oh boy,
I had coleslaw. Homemade coleslaw, and I had grivinus.
what is grivinus?
Just fried skin.
Oh.
And I put the grivinus on the coleslaw.
Oh, that sounds amazing.
It was the most delicious dish I have ever had in my entire life.
I can feel my arteries clogging and also drooling
And the
at the same time.
crunch of the grivinus. And it formed such a masterpiece. I mean, I might just make it every Shabbos.
Oh.
Can I just say something? You said Gushers, so it reminded me of Fruit by the Foot.
Wait. I also said grivinus.
Okay, I'm skipping over the grivinus on purpose. One time, I got 2 Fruit by the Foots in one package. It was probably like the happiest day of my entire life. And that is like counting getting married, counting children.
Yeah. Can I just say, I know for a fact that your kids listen to the show, and you just said that the happiest day of your life was getting 2 Fruit by the Foots.
But then every time afterwards, I have
solid
searched and pined for that miracle.
Well, you're saying
second,
there were 2 rolls?
There were 2 rolls in the same package.
Wait, is plural for Fruit by the Foot?
I got
is it
6 feet of Fruit by the Foot.
Wait, is it Fruits by the Foot or Fruit by the Foots?
It's Fruit by the Foot.
Is this a good time to tell the story about my Fruit by the Foot?
Do you also have a Fruit by the Foot story?
No, it's for another episode.
Save it for another time. We know exactly what you're talking about.
Do you want to know what it is, Ellie?
We know what it is. We know what it is.
What?
Save it.
I feel like I'm
shouldn't tell
outvoted.
Ellie.
I feel like
He's
we should have. I feel like I've been outvoted on this one.
All right. Well, Ellie, thank you so much for joining the show today. Thank you, everybody, for listening. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Give us a 5-star rating. Follow us on Apple Podcasts, on Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. You can follow us on Instagram at CarpoolGuysPod. Send us an email at carpoolguyspod@gmail.com. You could be featured as the question of the week. If you have a topic, let us know. Guys, great show. Ellie, thank you for joining us, and we will talk to you soon.
I never heard you do that before. You do that every
I only do it like every single episode.